U.S. President Donald Trump launched an extensive defense of his tariff strategy on Sunday, issuing a series of fiery posts on his Truth Social platform and insisting that his trade policies have pushed the United States into a new era of economic prosperity. Calling his critics fools, Trump argued that tariffs have transformed the country into the richest, most respected country in the world, and claimed they have generated trillions of dollars in federal revenue. In one of his longest posts, Trump wrote, "People that are against tariffs are fools. We are now the richest, most respected country in the world, with almost no inflation and a record stock market price. 401ks are highest ever. We are taking in trillions of dollars and will soon begin paying down our enormous debt, $37 trillion. Record investment in the USA, plants and factories going up all over the place. A dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone." Trump did not explain how or when the proposed $2,000 dividend would be distributed. Still, he insisted that tariff revenue would help reduce the national debt while directly rewarding most Americans for supporting what he calls a cornerstone of his economic philosophy. He also argued that his policies are driving a surge in domestic manufacturing investment, saying businesses are pouring into the USA only because of tariffs. The president also went on the offensive in a separate post, pushing back against legal challenges and questioning whether the Supreme Court understands the extent of his authority. He wrote, "So, let's get this straight? The President of the United States is allowed and fully approved by Congress to stop all trade with a foreign country, which is far more onerous than a tariff, and license a foreign country, but is not allowed to put a simple tariff on a foreign country, even for purposes of national security. That is not what our great founders had in mind. The whole thing is ridiculous. Other countries can tariff us, but we can't tariff them? It is their dream. Businesses are pouring into the USA only because of tariffs. Has the United States Supreme Court not been told this? What the hell is going on?" Trump's posts follow heightened scrutiny from the U.S. Supreme Court, which heard arguments on November 5 in a case that challenges the legality of his tariffs. Several justices expressed skepticism over whether the president has the legal authority to impose tariffs as broadly as he has. If the court strikes down the policies, the administration may need to issue more than $100 billion in refunds, potentially eliminating one of Trump's most central economic tools heading into his second term. Speaking to ABC News, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said he had not yet discussed the $2,000 proposal directly with Trump, but suggested that such a benefit could come in lots of forms. He pointed to existing items on the president's tax agenda, including eliminating taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security, and allowing deductions for auto loans. Trump has repeatedly described tariffs as his strongest economic weapon, claiming they are essential for reducing America's trade deficit and bolstering domestic manufacturing. His April 2nd Liberation Day tariffs, which impose levies ranging from 10% to 50% on most U.S. imports depending on country of origin, are central to the ongoing legal battle. Trump continues to argue these duties are vital for restoring economic fairness and protecting American industries. But with legal pressures intensifying, critics challenging his tariff authority, and the Supreme Court deliberating the future of his trade agenda, Trump is now defending his economic strategy more aggressively than ever, insisting that tariffs are not just beneficial, but foundational to America's financial might.